Hey YouTube, Gordon Miller here. So I wanted to update you on a change I made to my configuration here at work. I've been using two monitors for much of the last 20 years actually. We were one of the first to use 1024 by 768 20-inch CRT monitors in a dual monitor configuration. So I've been using two monitors since probably 1995, 96, something like that, so over 20 years. And I eventually migrated to two 1920 by 1080 monitors, and I really enjoyed that. That had the right kind of workflow for me, the right kind of configuration, but I have to tell you, this has been amazing. So I recently blew both of my two 27-inch monitors. We had a power surge here at the office, and the only thing I had in inventory that I could use to get work done that day was this 43-inch 4K display, and it has HDMI 2 point whatever, so it supports full 60 frames a second via HDMI. And ironically, I've got a Lenovo X1 Carbon that has an HDMI 2.1 output that is also outputting at full resolution. So I was a little surprised. I mean, all I had to do was plug an HDMI cable, a full-size HDMI cable, into one end of my 4-year-old Lenovo laptop and the other end into this display, and boom. It was automatically gives me twice as much desktop real estate as I had before. I end up with now a full 4K display, and so instead of having the equivalent of two screens of 1920 by 1080, I have four screens of that. So the double desktop real estate has been a huge productivity increase. I can't even tell you how much it's helped things. I typically either view it in two windows or in four, depending on how we set it up. But give you an example. So the two things I have running right now is I have my YouTube channel up here, and so I've got all my videos, and when I go through and look at specific videos, like if I do a search on, on certain things, and I get a result, I can take a look at the result in any of a number of ways, and I get all sorts of access to my menus and things like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So when I'm looking at other things like this, I end up with literally just dozens of things that I can see all at one time. And so those are the kind of things that really help in total productivity. I've really been impressed by my ability to find things faster, look through things faster, and manage that. Then over here, I've got a sample of Evernote. I write things on my iPad Pro using my Apple Pencil, and what's up here is actually the all the hand-written notes that Ali Al-Shamse and I made when we were in New York City together on Black Friday back in November of 2017. And so all the handwritten notes and everything, I can scroll through multiple pages. So here we've got a total of, I don't know, how many pages we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 9 pages worth of stuff. And so the ability for me to be able to scroll through multiple pages, if I'm working on large proposals, I can view the whole thing, and I can see at the resolution I like to use it at, I can see 8 pages at a time, and so basically double-facing pages on each of the four sections of the screen. It's really amazing. I mean, it really has incredible productivity. I bought this monitor at Costco back about, I think, 2 years ago now, and it was $500. And if you compare that to my LG 21 by 9 widescreen that I have at home, that one is 34 inches, and this one's 43 inches, but it has a lot smaller real estate, desktop real estate, because it's just a wide ratio and not the full 4K. I actually like this size. I mean, I like having that much desktop real estate. I'm enjoying using it the way that I do. So I figure all things happen for a reason, and those other monitors were 10 years old anyway, and they just worked really well. But having a big display like this has been an enormous productivity increase for me. I encourage you all to try it. I would imagine that these things now, 4K display supporting HDMI 2.0 at 60 frames a second. I'm sure you can probably find those for well under $500 now. I think the last time I looked, they were about $400 or $399 or something like that. So give it a shot. If it's something you like. I find that because my desk is at the right level, that I'm looking. The midsection of this is just right below eye level. It's very comfortable to me. I'm amazed at just what the productivity is like. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. I think it's been a tremendous benefit. And when I don't have any work on the board, and people come to the office for a tour or things like that, then we've got our graphics and stuff like that up and things like that. So it works out pretty well. But we bought it for our video conferencing setup. And of course, for video conferencing, especially multi-party video conferencing, it does great. I'm doing a lot more Skype calls with my partners out there and focusing on those kind of things. So, it's been great. I really do recommend it if anybody gets a chance to. And yeah, well, let me know if let me know in the comments below if you've ever used 4K or if you've been thinking about it. I'm driving this out of a 14-inch laptop also with no other connection other than just the cable that runs from the laptop to the monitor. So it's a great opportunity. A lot of mini DisplayPort models these days, especially on Macs, will support 4K resolution as well. And with just the mini DisplayPort cable and the DisplayPort adapter. So if you've got something like that, take advantage of the opportunity. I really love it. I mean, this particular X1 Carbon rarely leaves the office because I travel with different things. But it's been a great machine for the last 4 years. Has this built-in HDMI that I love, and that's about it. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it, and catch you again.